Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a very exciting update for you on the second stimulus package from the Senate. Yesterday on Wednesday, the Senate Democrats announced a new plan to extend the $600 per week or $2,400 per month stimulus payments indefinitely. So in today's video, I'm going to go over exactly how long they're going to be extended for and what we need to reach in the economy for these benefits to continue. But before we get started, I wanted to remind you guys to enter today's $50 free stock giveaway. All you need to do to be eligible is like the video down below, be subscribed to my channel, and comment down below the 3 stocks I mentioned at the end of today's video. If you don't want to enter, you can still go ahead and get 2 free stocks right now when you download the Webull investing app. Those stocks will be valued up to $1,400. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's go over what the Senate Democrats said yesterday about extending these stimulus payments. So yesterday, the Senate Democrats announced a new act called the American Workforce Rescue Act. And this was introduced by the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, and Senate Finance Committee ranking member Ron Wyden. And in this act, it would extend the $600 per week stimulus payments indefinitely after they're set to expire on July 31st. Right now, these $600 per week payments are set to expire at the last week of July, and right now there are no plans of continuing them. However, according to Chuck Schumer and Ron Wyden, they think that they need to extend these payments because there are millions of people who are unemployed right now. They said that by letting these $600 per week benefits expire would mean millions of American families will have their legs cut out from underneath them at the worst possible time, in the middle of a pandemic when unemployment is still at record highs, and it is at the highest it's been since the Great Depression. They said the legislation that they proposed in this bill would extend the enhanced unemployment benefits through the end of March of 2021, but the amount people would receive would decrease depending on the unemployment rate in your individual state. Once a state's 3-month average of unemployment rate dips below 11%, the benefits that you receive would be cut by $100 for every percentage point the jobless rate falls. So for example, under this act, if it's above 11%, well, you receive the $600 per week or $2,400 per month. However, if the unemployment rate, the 3-month average of the unemployment rate in your state goes down to 10%, well, then you will receive $500 per week. And if the rate is between 9 and 10%, well, then you will receive $400 per week. And it will go all the way down until it hits 0 when the unemployment rate would be at 6%. So under this plan, they say that there's no arbitrary date that the unemployment benefits would end, that these stimulus payments would simply go on until unemployment gets better and people are able to go back to their jobs. And I've been getting a lot of comments earlier today how the unemployment report came out for June and the numbers were much better than expected. 4.8 million jobs came back and the unemployment rate fell to 11.1%. But one thing to keep in mind with this report is that it reflects the best time in the recovery that we have seen so far. It represents June 1st to June 21st. So those are 3 great weeks in the economy before we started seeing a resurgence in the number of cases. So right now, while that unemployment report did look much better than expected, it's probably not reflective of what is going on right now because things have started to get worse again and states have started to implement more restrictions into place. So that is just something very important to keep in mind. But with that being said, still, nearly every state has an unemployment rate above 8%, while many are still in the double digits. So, according to this plan that Chuck Schumer and Ron Wyden proposed, well then in this plan, people would still be receiving some additional stimulus payments every single week and every single month since the unemployment rate is still very high. And this plan has gotten a lot of support among the Democrats because they think it is a very practical way to implement a plan that doesn't have a strict deadline because the virus can resurge and people might have to shut down businesses again, states might have to shut down again, and the unemployment rate can skyrocket again. So with this plan, it is just indefinite and it just ties how much we're receiving to what is going on in the economy. So this plan proposed by the Democrats in the Senate marks a starting point in talks on a stimulus relief bill with Republicans who want to let the unemployment benefits expire. We've been hearing a lot from Republicans in the Senate that they don't want to extend these anymore, that they are disincentive for people to work. However, under this plan, it actually is a compromise because it's not going to be the $600 per week for everyone. Some people in states where unemployment is really high, it would be, but this is a much more targeted approach, and it would actually address the issues that Republicans have been worried about, which is it is a disincentive for people to go back to work. Chuck Schumer and Ron Wyden, in their proposal, they argue how right now returning to work is a very difficult prospect for millions of Americans who do not receive hazard pay or are not guaranteed sick leave during the pandemic. Because if people are going to go back to work, first of all, if they go back and they get sick, some people aren't paid to leave if they're sick. In addition to this, not everyone can find jobs. So according to Chuck Schumer and Ron Wyden, they say that this is a good plan because it will help those people who can't return to work as well. As of right now, Senate Republicans have been rallying around a sponsored plan by Rob Portman, this $450 a week back to work bonus and other back to work incentive programs. Republicans have not spoken about extending these enhanced unemployment benefits, but now with this new plan, they may reconsider it. Chuck Schumer says the back to work bonus pays people who are working and who are able to find a job. But he says, what about people who are unemployed or people who can't find a job? He says, I don't get it. It's illogical. He said if unemployment payments are supposed to help people who don't have a job for people who are unemployed, he doesn't understand how a back to work bonus would help people who don't have jobs. It's going to help people who are already getting paid a salary. And he finishes off by saying we need a generous unemployment program with stimulus payments during this time, and it needs to be continued as long as unemployment rates are still high. So anyways, that is just a very exciting update from the Senate, specifically the Democrats in the Senate, and how they propose this new plan for extending the $2,400 per month stimulus payments. We've seen a lot of stimulus plans come out of the Democrats in the House, but this is one of the first plans we're starting to see come out of the Senate. We won't see any action until after the July 4th recess when they come back on July 17th, but this will be a good starting point for negotiations with Mitch McConnell and the Republicans in the Senate. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments down below. And now let's get into the 3 stocks you need to enter to be eligible for today's giveaway. The 3 stocks you need to comment down below to be eligible for the giveaway is stock number 1, which is Chewy, and the stock ticker symbol is CHWY. The second stock is Slack, and the stock ticker symbol is WORK. And the third stock you need to comment down below is Peloton, and the stock ticker symbol is PTON. Anyways, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app. Join our Power of Finance investors group if you're interested in the stock market, investing, or how to make money in general. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.